All right. Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Squidlit, which is a indie game based off of Game Boy graphics. But before we get started, we got some donations to get through here. We got a donation from Purple Mario 920, who donated $40 towards Baseball Stars 2 Best of 3 with the message, "Gotta make good on my promise to donate for the 2 failed poisons and the 2 respawns in the LMS grind. Donation to go to Baseball Stars 2 because we all want more concakes and ant." Thank you, Purple Mario. And we got another donation. We got $75 from Anonymous towards the Mega Man 1 through 6 with no message. Thank you again, Purple Mario and Anonymous, for the generous donations towards Feed the Kids. Very, very awesome. Thank you so much. For those of you that don't know, we still got some incentives up. Right now, we have the Simpsons arcade character selection. Bart is winning right now versus Lisa. We still have the Super Ghouls and Ghosts Marathon. We're at $65 out of $450 for that. We have Baseball Stars 2, the best of 3, where we have Concakes and Anthole go head-to-head in 3 games, and it's an RGLtv classic. That one's at currently 60 out of 300. And we have the Mega Man 1 through 6. So instead of having the 46 Robot Masters, everyone will play through the full Mega Man 1 through 6 games. So not just 46 Robot Masters, but also the Wily stages. So definitely get your donations in for that. Let's see how long we can make Feed the Kids Marathon go, and how late we can keep people up. It's for a good cause. So exclamation point donate, exclamation point schedule in the chat, and you can see everything that goes towards this marathon. All right, so without further ado, we got Squidlit, all bosses. Now I'm gonna preface this with, I do old strats for Squidlit. I don't do the new hip strats that the newer runners do, because my fingers don't move that fast anymore. I'm an old man, and I have to play games mildly fast at this point. So with that, we get started in 3, 2, 1. It's time to eat some muffins. So we haven't really had any food in this Game Boy block, but now we're gonna talk to the Muffin Man, and he's gonna launch some muffins through the world, and now we have muffins that we can eat. So this game is actually super adorable, and if you're interested in playing this game at all, it's on Steam and it's on Switch as well. So couple different platforms that you can play this on, but the basics of this game is that we are going to ink our way through all of Squidlit Land here to face off against the God Empress Squid Squat to save the land once and for all, question mark. And the reason I say question mark is because Super Squidlit is out, and Super Squidlit is Game Boy Color based instead of OG Game Boy, and I would love to have showcased that game, but that game still needs a bit more routing in order to make it a bit more ready for a marathon. So what we're going to do here is that in stage 1, we basically just kind of want to go through. We don't want to take a ton of damage along the way, because we do want to be full health when we get to the boss. The reason that is that we are going to tank Trogdor, and hopefully we can just burn him down before he can burn us down. And I call him Trogdor because he looks like Trogdor. Alright. Let the lightning rods go through. This game is actually super cute. You can squish yourself next to certain enemies or certain NPCs, and they'll react to your squishing. So here at the top of the screen, you can see that the number is counting down as I'm inking enemies. This is the farm. and we need to rid the farm of all bad guys. We'll call them bad guys. And by bad guys, I mean snails and snakes and caterpillars, and they're actually called sharkapillars, but you know, respect the lore, I guess. That sharkapillar did not want to cooperate. So like I said, we don't want to take any damage at all, because we do want to face off against Trogdor at full health. So here we're gonna hop on our little scooter thing, and here's Trogdor. So like I said, we're gonna tank Trogdor and end the fight. Well, we were supposed to end the fight with half a muffin. So now we're just gonna go in and fight him now. There we go. Double KO. You know, you can't have a marathon without a double KO. All right, so here we are going into the castle, and we're just going to ink ourselves all the way here. This guy here is cute. He asked us if we're a Squidlit, and we say no, we're not. And he's like, can't let you through. Sorry, only Squidlits allowed. And then he's like, oh, okay, you're a Squidlit. Now you can go through. Very cute. Probably one of the tightest jumps in the game. Also, this game is actually a little brutal in that the game doesn't reset your health in between stages. But it is friendly in that there are no lives, so there are no game overs. But if you do die, you do get to start the stage all over again. So there is that. And I believe we're playing on the most recent patch as well. So that little guy there is like, man, I really hope no one steals my key because I'm sleeping. So we take his key because he's sleeping. Then we know to take the last gate to open up the gate to get the key to move on to the rest of the stage. Otherwise, the first stage is the muffin burglar or the muffin bandit, and he drops muffins off for you. It's a good time. If you want, so this is another one of those games where if you want to get into speedrunning and you're looking for a game that doesn't have a crazy amount of glitches, a crazy amount of like weird movement, this is a good game. Don't do any percent category though if you're looking for easy movement. The any percent category, which is coming up here soon, is you basically skip the entire third stage and go straight to the fourth stage with basically a screen wrap. And it's incredibly hard to do and can create some pretty wicked blisters on your hand. But here we got, I call it the washing machine. We're gonna wait for it to do a few steps towards us, then we're gonna wait for the top to open up and throw some ink in it. Yeah, ruin the clothes a little bit. So each time that we ink it, it walks a little bit faster. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Now we're on going to stage 3. So on our way to stage 3, we get this cute little town here. And we can talk to them all. We can do stuff with them. We can hang out with them, but this is where any percent takes the turn. And any percent, you actually jump over this wall right here. And all bosses, we take this door. And what we're going to do here is that we are entering the library. And we are going to ink all of the possessed books in the library. And I say ink, I didn't say get hit by them. There we go. And along the way, the scariest enemies in the library is the little worms on the floor, because I don't know, sometimes you just can't jump over them properly. And Plip, which is the character that we're playing as, this has a bad time. So this stage here is all about understanding how the jump mechanics work. Because if you fall off an edge and hit the jump button and the attack button are the same button. So if you accidentally fall off an edge and hit the jump button as you're falling off, you'll actually ink instead. which can throw off your jump timing quite a bit. But we also use the inking quite a bit to keep us in the air, to try and get us through some of the weirder parts of the game. So here we're gonna wait for this book to come back, and that should be all of the books. All right, and we want to talk to the Oblug on the other side here, on the side of the door. The reason that is that it just gets us to the door faster. Oh, there's muffin doors. Right, we have the muffin doors. How could you forget about the muffin doors? That worm almost got us right there. See that? So here we got probably one of the cooler segments of the run right here, that movement. Here we're going to take a very interesting damage boost on this next vertical segment. There's your muffin door. It gives you a muffin. So here we're going to take a damage boost and try and get through all of that. And we'll have some more muffin doors coming up here. Muffin door. And now we're into Grimoire. So Grimoire is a pretty cool fight. Grimoire is a two-phase fight where Grimoire is going to fall down. Okay, so we have to break out that sword. But before we break out that sword, we're going to ink up some of the words here first. All right, so we saw the sword icon coming out of the book, so we're gonna finish off the sword here. So that means now the Grimoire can't use the sword against us. So now it's a wand. So that's bomb, bees, and then wand. So now Grimoire can't use wand against us. The next one is bomb. So now the next one's going to be bees. Not the bees. So Grimoire here is actually hittable on its little ribbon right there. So you don't have to wait for Grimoire to swoop down to attack us at all, and we can just hit it on its ribbon. It was a very interesting find too, the way we did that. Garita and I were playing around with a Grimoire fight to see how we can one cycle it, and we came across a friendly little accident, happy little accident, so to speak, of oh, so this Oblug right here is the Oblug that we rescued from the second stage. They got tuckered out. So this person here asks us if we're a Squidlit. We say no. He's like, all right, that's cool, and just lets us through. If we say maybe, he attacks us. So this is the final stage of Squidlit, and we are now in God Empress Squid Squat's castle. And but anyway, back to the Grimoire discovery. So Garita and I were kind of messing around with the Grimoire fight to see if we could one cycle it, and to our discovery, we found out that Grimoire's hitbox is actually a lot bigger than we thought, and allows us to essentially one cycle that fight now. But this stage here underwent some pretty intense movement as well too. So here is a lot of things we can do here. See if we get the Ghost of Doom. We don't. That's good. So here we have to take these enemies and have them go onto these switches. Yep, we're on the new patch, and the way I can tell you that we're on the new patch is I can't hit that enemy from the top of the platform there. So here we're gonna wait for that. We're gonna get our muffin. And this is our final vertical ascent into Squid Squat's lab. Here we got the little crystal ball, hit that for luck. And now we got God Empress Squid Squat. So here what we gotta do is that we gotta ink up that cauldron right there. And we outsmarted Squid Squat. And what we're going to do next here. Oh, we're not gonna do that now because Splip didn't roll correctly. So Squid Squat's still confused as to what's going on. We're gonna take a hit here, run through Squid Squat, take a muffin hit. So every time Squid Squat actually physically touches you, they take away a full muffin versus the laser that only does half of a muffin. So we want to take the initial laser beam to get through Squid Squad, ink the cauldron, then we can tank a hit from Squid Squad itself. So here we've inked the cauldron, and since this is Feed the Kids, we're going to hug Squid Squad to say that we're sorry. And then Squid Squad is going to launch us on the catapult. And that's time. So here we have a fun little credit sequence where we can dodge the ink that's falling because, you know, we decided to spray it into the sky. And depending if you dodge all of the ink itself, you can get a fun little sign at the end, or you can leave a giant ink mark on the ground. Let's see how we do here. Got a little shmup in here. We need a marathon with a shmup sometimes, you know. What do you think, Chad? You think you're gonna make it without getting inked? There is a safe spot you can stand as well too to not get inked at all, but that's not fun. We did it. Good job. There we go. Now we're with the rest of the Squidlit family. Alright, and that's Squidlit. Again, if you're interested in Squidlit at all, Squidlit is on Switch and Steam. And you can also now grab the sequel to Squidlit called Super Squidlit on Switch and Steam as well. Highly suggest playing both of them, Squidlit first and Super Squidlit, so you can understand the lore. But very fun games. Alex and Sam, the developers of Squidlit, phenomenal people, amazing people. Very happy to call them friends. So with that ends my time here with RGL. Again, sorry earlier for the internet outage. A little bit out of my control, but we got it up. You saw the ending to Titus. And yeah, thank you again, RGL, for having me in a marathon setting again and let me showcase Game Boy games instead of weird homebrews this time. Thank you, RGL chat, for hanging out, watching, and putting up with that technical difficulty. Thank you for everyone that's been donating, posting, rating, subscribing. Appreciate you all. And until next time, keep watching. Up next, we have POW, Prisoners of War by Rotorstorm. So stay tuned.